talk about the upcoming Women's African Cup of Nations dilemma that we saw on the internet yesterday. In the words of people that are trying to make just they say, "Person wey carry ball come." If you no choose am for set, if he say you want the carrying ball go. I saw also another one that we're likening it to the issue of he's saying, I'm not playing with you again. Come on, carry your bicycle and be going home.
Yes.
So yesterday we saw I think Deputy Minister of South Africa, Ministry of Sports, coming out to say that, I think it was just a very random interview, honestly, and they were just asking about taking on the rights of WAFCON, and then the video broke onto the internet. So as it stands, there's a possibility that the trip for Morocco in March might be rerouted to South Africa.
Imagine I don't buy tickets.
Might be rerouted to South Africa for the Women's African Cup of Nations. There are still rumors at this point, because even the Ministry of Sports in South Africa have come out to say that there's nothing yet in there, and that Morocco still stands as the host of that. What's up with Morocco? Because I've also seen some of their fans come out to say that, we don't want to host CAF tournaments anymore. We are bailing out CAF too much, and then there's a lot of other things that's going on. What's up?
It's hard. I've had a very beautiful experience in the last 2 trips to Morocco. But also, I think that there's a little sense of entitlement on the side of Morocco, thinking because we've hosted like this, we should win. They lost if controversial finals in the women's game. You were there live in the stadium. And I think that, though because I'm a Nigerian, we celebrate Mission S, I think that penalty that was not awarded to the women was something there. Because we were giving that same type of penalty too. So not giving them that one or something there that felt like a bit of injustice
to them.
That's one. The men's finals, everything was done for them to win it. It was Brahim Diaz that decided to do Pananka and lost it. And then Senegal had a breath of fresh air. The living, as the Christian folks would say, that moment breath in a living nefish is there in them, and they became a brand new team, and they won it deservedly. But having said that, I think that after the game, after the finals, the backlash that they've gotten is also kind of like sad, and it makes you kind of like want to say, after all that I've done for you, normally it's women that say that. I don't know why Morocco choose to go that route. After all that I've done for you, is this how you want to repay me? And this, for me, I always look at things from the deeper angle. The sad point here, we wouldn't have gotten to this point if the rest of Africa had developed evenly. If Nigeria have, conversion of resources into infrastructure, if Ghana convert resources into infrastructure, if Ethiopia, the rest, Egypt, no, Egypt have enough. It's just they don't want to host. If Egypt wants to host any tournament today, they will host. But because we have not, we are that kind of continent where once something new is in one place, everybody must use it until it dies, until we damage it. Which is not the purpose of having infrastructure. It's like when I was growing up, my earliest business that I remember was buying Riley bicycle, BMS bicycle. You drive from this place like 100 meters. You ride there and come back for as long as I can see you. If you get past, don't go on the bend. You will get problem. And I don't rent my bicycle to people that can beat me. So no matter you stop on reach, I'm gonna get Oga. I don't know if you can't. No, I know they give you. And I'm always very, very sure of the people that I rent my bicycle. I don't care whether you go to my money now, that's your business. But people who are go feel beat, people have to go cause trouble for their house. So for us, and in that space, people will not think of buying their own BMS bicycle. Everybody wants to ride that your bicycle until the bicycle is damaged. Same for snooker board. Everybody will gather in one snooker board until they play it and the host acoustic and the board is bad. If the rest of Africa had advanced themselves, we had great leagues, we have great stadium infrastructure everywhere, I don't think Morocco will even be in this place where they need to host 3 consecutive Women's Nations Cup. It doesn't make sense. I can't blame CAF. CAF is not responsible for building stadium. CAF would only align with people who have infrastructure. Ready. So if the premise upon which they would turn it down is what will not be good, because now football is about fairness. And there is not going to be fairness here. Many people, I think that some people have already booked ticket down already to go to Morocco. So if you not change it to South Africa, that money will get lost.
So people have visas, running visas
to go to Morocco. Now you now start the process. I'm not sure South Africa will do fan ID and let you just come in the way we have with Morocco. So the whole stress, and then the cost would also increase, and the time is short. Now, mind you, AFCON, as big as AFCON, if you notice, all of us that were at AFCON, as from Nigeria now, both the ones that came from abroad, the ones that didn't have homes, and the rest of them, we didn't see people who have sponsors. Even some that are shouting sponsors, they'll tell you behind the scene that the sponsor no pay. They try to build relationship. So if Super Eagles, the men's AFCON, people are not able to secure sponsors, where are you going to get sponsors for this one? And then how you travel to South Africa. There's a whole lot of business dynamics to it. And I would love to go to South Africa. I've been there before a couple of times, but I would love to go there. I would love to take Joy there. I would love to take you there. Yeah, Morocco, I already had 10 million in my head. Like, okay, I need to raise 10 million. Right? Now, if it is South Africa, it's going to be 15 to 20 million. That's double the cost for just 3 or 4 people to go to South Africa. So all of that also plays a role. This is for individuals now. For the team, the mindset is, we're going here, the best facility, the best infrastructure, the best pitches, the best training facilities. We're going to South Africa. It's a new thing. The weather might not be the same as expected. A lot would happen. And South Africa also are a competing team. They've won it once before, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. They're also a competing team who wants to win. Yeah. So I don't know how it's going to be like, but until there is an official position. There's no official, as at the time we're recording this, between now and when this video will go out, official position might come out, the situation might change. CAF might also appeal with Morocco and say, please don't do this. Again, when he goes to South Africa, people will say, Mosepe's country wants to compensate his people. If they still win, if the South African girls, Bayana goes and win it, Mosepe has used it to compensate his country. There's going to always be conversation.
Politics, yeah.
Africans, please develop infrastructure to the point where anybody can host a tournament. We don't want a situation whereby there's only one country. That's the letter from the
Ministry of Sports,
in South Africa on the screen. So you need to get to a point where Africa is really fully developed and we are advanced in the course of what we do, and we're able to you bank on any nation to. We're already thinking the next AFCON is going to be difficult with internet and logistics because of Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. I don't know how good the internet is right now, but the last time I was there, it's not really that fantastic for those.
Even as of July, when the Chan tournament held,
internet
a lot of Nigerian journalists that were there struggled.
So imagine going from 250 Mbps that we had on the train, 350 Mbps in hotels, to a place where the internet is like Nigerian internet. So those of us who are banking on digital business, you know that it's an investment in futility already. But let's see how it goes. South Africa is another very good country. Internet is good, logistics is good, infrastructure is fantastic. There are some friends that we have in South Africa that would like to hang out with again, meet again, if we're able to find the money and the funding to go. We don't have enough subscriber enough to even draw the big sponsorship. But whatever way the pendulum swings, I just hope that we'll have a great tournament. I'm looking forward to Nigeria winning in 11-1, but in my head it's actually 13th because those two that is shock out. I'm not shocking at those two in my head. I'm just using attachment seats to put them on. But either ways, wherever they take it, I'm hoping that the Nigerian women team will compete because it's the best team on the continent, the greatest team on the continent of Africa in terms of women's football. Nigeria's most successful team. You can't write them off. I don't think a day will come when I would talk down the Falcons or write them off or shit on them because they deliver on the African continent. Maybe on the global stage they don't, but I can understand as well. So let's wait and see. I just do hope that it doesn't end like this with all this beautiful infrastructure that Morocco have. It doesn't end like this because we're supposed to be grateful that we have Morocco. We're supposed to be appreciating them. But if everything ends like this, all these are beautiful infrastructure, people will just be talking down Morocco.
Before we go into the Super Falcons and the chance, if there's a possibility of it holding in South Africa and all of those likes, I'm going to speak a whole lot about South Africa because we're at the WAFCON in Morocco and there were some particular things that the coach of the South African national team said. I'm going to come to that. But before we go to South Africa, let me stick with you in Morocco for a bit, right? We're in Morocco. We've been in Morocco twice now, myself and you, and we've seen how much the Morocco people cherish their image, right? They cherish what what people say about them.
Hello.
They cherish what you think about their country. They always want you to think about the best. So, does this feel like an entitlement thing, or does it feel like a talking down on our country thing? I feel like the old mindsets about improving their infrastructure, investing in stadiums, investing in tournaments, is to make people see them in a very good light, right? Dima Maghreb is what they chant, right? Which means long live Morocco, forever Morocco, and all of that. So they believe so much in their power, in their branding, in their image. Do you feel like this is not just a football entertainment thing? This is also talking down on our people thing, talking to us as if we are cheaters kind of thing. Do you think that could also be one of the factors why this rumor is coming out? Because there's no flame without fire, right? In as much as South Africa has come and say, oh no, we are not confirming anything, I believe this is a possibility.
There's a conversation already going on behind the scene.
There's a conversation probably from the anger, because there's anger as to what happened in the final. There's the anger that's coming from the previous WAFCON. There's anger to what CAF has done after.
Yeah, the punishment.
Right, the old punishment thing, like people feel like, oh, it's just a slap on the hand of Senegal, irrespective of how they brought the game down on its knees and held us to ransom for over 20 minutes or 30 minutes in that final. So do you think that it is a image kind of thing for Morocco to say, well, nice, we're trying to build something great, we're trying to not necessarily bail Africa, we're trying to paint a very big image for ourselves, our tourism, we're trying to sell our tourism
help Africa as well.
And help Africa as well. Do you think that this is coming from a place of what is going on online to say Morocco is trying to cheat their way to title?
Well, I think it's a collection of all. Me and you here would say Morocco is a lovely country. The people are nice.
Yeah.
The guy who's on TV didn't fly with us to Morocco. Didn't experience Labil.
Yeah.
Didn't experience
Zoe.
Didn't experience Manzel Hotel.
Yeah.
Didn't experience the apartment in Fez. Didn't go on the train ride to Agadir.
Didn't speak to the train guys.
You understand? Didn't get lost and was politely told, oh, you're going to Marrakesh like this, so you have to come down in Oasis and go back. And didn't experience all of those polite,
that
niceness,
helped us on the train.
love.
People were asking for stops
in different places, right?
Yeah.
They would just look at the TV, and what they see is some recalcitrant, let's call it what it is. As much as I want to praise Morocco for all the good, but once something is done repeatedly and there's no sanction. At the AFCON, we saw that after every match, the working team, the workforce, they have a meeting. So let's say the first time this tower gate opened. Yes, it's tower gate now. When this first tower gate opened, I expect the LOC to give those boy a stern warning. And I know that in the comment section, somebody will tell me, oh, in 1984, Kasimo Laloko ran into the field and go and remove the cap of a Cameroonian goalkeeper. Yes. In 2000, Kasimo Laloko ran into the field and go and remove something from the goalpost of Senegal. Yes. And Bright Omokari in 1988 kicked a Nigerian player, and then we hail him as 10-10. You see, there's this thing I always say. When your action needs to be justified with something other person is doing wrong, then you're terrible. You're useless. It's like those group of people who were showing us video of Cole Palmer shouting at his teammate to justify what he said. Like, I mean, this once you try to use a negative action to justify another one, then you don't know what you're saying. You're not. I'm not in the conversation. So the guys who are attacking Morocco from the outside, I cannot blame them. I can't sit here and say, oh, even when I try to talk to some people, I was like, now me go there, now me experience them. The guy who met Jesus, who had the contact with Jesus, the way we talk about Jesus is different from the guy who you are telling the story. Because not third-hand experience you share with them. So it's
is that a self-sub?
I don't know what you're saying.
Continue, please.
Yeah, whether you're trying to cause problem, I don't know. But what we're saying is everybody have what they have to say, and then certain things. How do you say the coach of the tournament is Moroccan, and the guy who won it is not the coach of the tournament? That already.
Even in the CAF awards too.
Good.
Women's
then some of the awards, the way it's been skewed, you already put yourself in a place where you're forced to think, are they just giving them...
Are they getting favors?
Getting favors. In the CAF team of the year, I don't think that Hakimi deserve to be on it. First off, he started this tournament with injury, didn't really put up a light. Yes, he's a player, he's African Footballer of the Year, but that's off the back of what he did with Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. When you look at this tournament, Hakimi being there seems like too much favors, right? All of those small things that get people to think that, oh, wait a minute. It's like they're doing them favors. So again, and this is where you can say 3, 4, 5, 10 truths can stand side by side. Morocco can say, okay, we did this. We're trying to polish our image. The Arab countries, not just Morocco, the entire Arab race have been robbed with very, very bad brush over the years. Before, when you mention an Arab country, you're talking terrorism, bomb blasting, and the rest of them. Then Dubai showed up. Sure, Bahrain started. Bahrain showed up, then Dubai, then Qatar. Even the strongest, most conservative Arab country, Saudi Arabia, is building the line, Neon. He's expanding itself. He wants to host the World Cup. They are opening up. And then Morocco, people don't forget that one of the biggest miracles has happened because of football. 2 European countries agree to bid for the World Cup hosting right with an Arab country, with Morocco, which is something beautiful, right? Now, trying to push that narrative that we are the kind of people that everybody needs, the world will be, Morocco will be co-hosting the world with Spain and Portugal. If this bad image continues, I don't think they have somebody as influential, as powerful as Donald Trump that can misbehave, kidnap another country's president, go to try to seize Greenland, and then nobody's talking of canceling the World Cup. Morocco might end up losing the right to host the World Cup. So maybe they're looking at it from that angle and say,
preserving their respect.
Let us leave the rabbit and secure the elephant. Morocco hosting the world, whether it's co-host or not, is a bigger fry than WAFCON. So maybe that's where they're looking at it from. And then also their dignity, whatever is left. Because people, see, we didn't do Towergate. That Tower conversation will go on, and it's not anybody's fault. You didn't stop it the first time it happened. You didn't stop it the second time. Morocco played 7 games in this tournament. And in every game, you're fighting over Tower. And these same ball boys were not stealing towel when other teams were playing. When Egypt played Nigeria, there was no towel gate. When Senegal played against, when Cameroon played against South Africa, there was no towel gate. In the same Rabat, different stadium. So why would it always happen in the Morocco game? So that's a conversation to be held. It's an honest conversation to be held. That does not take away how good, how nice, how kind. We entered an hotel. We didn't pay for 2 days because I had card issues, and they allowed us
to stay.
Entered an apartment as well. Money was not complete. They allowed us to stay. It's not going to happen for Nigeria. Nobody will do it for Nigeria, where I come from. And so many other African countries. That will not happen. So basically, while we can share our good experience, we can also say there is also some dirty experience. When referees do something bad, I blame it on CAF. If a tournament is going on and the referee is bad, like all the bad officiating is on CAF. But you see those tower gates, that one is on Morocco. Morocco would also have to take it and say, we drop the ball here, we can do better. And they should also come out to accept it. I thought in this WAFCON, they would have used it to repair every image, every stain, fix some little skirmishes that they find here. Because again, they're still going to host the World Cup. The World Cup is a bigger tournament. It's a bigger tournament than the AFCON. I'm not trying to be Jamie Carragher, bigger than the WAFCON. And they will need all those things to repair it. If you don't stress test your facility, it's going to be a problem. So the correction should have come with the WAFCON. But, it's not official yet. I hope they do it. But all of these things are a factor to this, preserving their image. Being angry that they are being bashed and being attacked. Being sad that they are called entitled people. The people that are calling them also have a point. Yeah. The argument is not a business,
because,
useless
why would
argument.
you explain the coach of TP Mazembe winning women's coach of the year over Justin Madugu? So that's very.
You
very
see those
obvious.
those kind of arguments. It's key.
Anyways, so basically, I believe all what you said, because obviously they have some image to try to repair. Because color me why I get home, my 5-year-old cousin was telling me, I think I posted the video
I saw it.
of how Morocco kept taking the goalkeeper, and Nigeria's goalkeeper's glove was wet, and they kept stealing his goalkeeper.
And rain was falling
rain was falling. So I believe that's some of the things that they should have corrected. Even the female that's like 12 years old was telling me, they're trying to rig it for them to win because they were hosting. And these are some of the things that should be corrected by Morocco as well as by CAF. Obviously, let's wait to see see. The decision is going to come out this February. Now we're already in February, so the competition is mid-March to mid-April. So obviously, it's around 60 days to the tournament. So we need to have 40 days to the tournament. So obviously, we need to have some clarification because people are starting to make travel plans about that. Now, before we leave the topic of this WAFCON host, let's go to the options, right? So the option is South Africa, and something stuck with me that I remember clearly. The coach of the side of the women's national team of South Africa, in one of the press conferences at our last WAFCON, I think her name is Desiree Ellis. Yes. So she went into a very emotional state when she was asked about if there's pressure on them to win, and then she mentioned the fact that they always put the attention on winning WAFCON. Meanwhile, there's not so much development going on in women's football. I think this opens an entire different topic when it comes to this. South Africa do not have a functioning league for the women. They rely on school tournaments and some of the girls that are playing abroad. Should South Africa Ministry of Sports be focusing now on hosting the WAFCON?
Well, they didn't bid from the beginning.
Yes.
If it is a bailout situation, we will have this parable, Omomigo to Rijebu. If you go beg person for money and person dash you money, you need a counter. And you also can't tell the person say the money tier. I dash you money, you're not supposed to counter. You the counter say if you're not correct.
Your proverbs are always killing me.
You know, so we are in a place where if Morocco officially say, okay, we're not hosting again, we are strapped for time. We might even have to shift the tournament. Some teams have played pre-tournament friendlies. Some teams have sent invite to clubs of players. So we can't use now to judge. This is not the time to judge Morocco, South Africa. If there was anything in line with that conversation, I think what Desiree Ellis said at the time, I was there in that press conference. There were so many things she said, but let me cap it up this way. At the time she went to Morocco in July and took South Africa, the defending champion, all the way to the semi-finals, she didn't have a contract. She was like Justin Madugu. So like Nigeria, like South Africa. They don't have a properly functioning league. They have school football and the rest of them for women. The focus is low. And you know when that argument comes, sometimes it's like the egg and the chicken. Football is about investment. I always say that no matter the entertainment and the soft power and all the brand power that you think you have with football, football is about business. That is why Falcons would have 10 AFCON trophies, but all the sponsors of the NFF are going to come because of Super Eagles. So the women team in South Africa does not draw down the kind of money that will require South Africa to now set up a league and, you know, people investing, because you have to have club owners who are willing to invest that much, who are willing to push. Football. But then there is Mamelodi Sundowns women's team, meaning that there is a league, they are playing in a league to get there. So all of those things that they do, it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. They are South Africa years, they have infrastructure years, they have businessmen, rich billionaires that are doing business. I have said this here many times. Football is not a profitable business on the instant. Somebody would tell you, LeBron James put 2.6 million on Liverpool 4 or 5 years ago. Now that investment is worth 96 million. It makes sense in that conversation. If LeBron James buy Liverpool as the sole owner, LeBron James go poor. So football, I repeat, you work with a football club. Timothy here work with a football club. You've been there now for like 2 years?
A
year. In this 1 year, the outflow, the cash outflow, and when I say outflow, money used for matches, money used to pay salary, logistics, all the entire spend versus, let's leave the owner bringing his own money now to sustain the club, versus sponsors, the Rexona that you guys have, sponsors money. It's not up to 5% of what you have spent. I always ask people, when people say, oh, go and buy Osimhen for Arsenal, I'm paying 400,000 as if now your papa not get the money. Now your papa be cranky, you go agree me to spend that money. Because it's easy to be online, and I've been there. I've owned a club. I've watched my younger ones, my family struggle because I want to pay salary. And then you get in that matrix, you're always thinking tomorrow, no worry, we'll sign one big player. tomorrow. Then we sold the player for 2 million, and you think 2 million is big. When you pay salary, finish, the money not even reach anything.
Don't finish.
You understand? And then, don't worry, the sell-on clause, we have 10% in the sell-on clause. Then when you now sell, you now realize that, the money are coming in trenches, it's not coming once. There's a whole lot of conversation around it. I always use Roman Abramovich as an example. It was the ninth richest man in the world when he bought Chelsea. The time Chelsea was robbed of, they robbed him of Chelsea, took Chelsea from him, it was 156 in the billionaire table. This argument that, tech billionaires came. How many tech billionaires? The man dropped from number 9 richest man in the world to 156. There is a reason why. Football is not a profitable business. So when you look at it, just to give you soft power, yes, it helps you to bring unity. It brings emotional value, sentimental value, social value. But in terms of money, it doesn't really bring it. They say CAF made $200 million in this tournament. How much did Morocco make? How much have Morocco invested in trying to host this tournament? How would they make the money back in terms of investment return? If not the government, how would they make that money? So all of those things comes to play. I'm not going to sit here and badmouth South Africa. They have their structure. They know why they are focusing on the men's game first and then the women's game later. But I do not also support a situation whereby a coach is working for free. I've always been against it. I have worked for free for organization for years, but that was my own decision. It wasn't because the organization was bad. It was me deciding, you know what, I want to learn this job. I want to grow in it. It's different from the ones that I hear people work, they say that they owe me salary for 6 months, 8 months, and you're still going there. I don't know what you do there. You understand? No, I need to do exposure. Exposure will not be part of it. So basically, exposure. What I'm saying here is South Africa is a good enough country to host any tournament. They've hosted the Men's World Cup alone. They've hosted the Cricket World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. The only thing South Africa have not hosted, Rugby World Cup, they've also hosted. The only thing they've not hosted is the Olympics. And South Africa have the capacity to host the Olympics if they want to. So I don't think it is women football that will be hard. Maybe they've not had enough teams to generate a purpose for a league. Because again, it is not just wanting to have a league. Do you have the teams that will play in the league? That's another thing you look at.
The talent pool as well.
Yeah, the talent pool. I'm not down in South Africa to be able to tell you. A national team, I have 30, 40 players. But when you want to have, let's say a league of 10 teams, each team is going to have need 30 players or more. If you're bringing in foreign players, work permits, salaries, transfer fees, all of those things, and for a league that is just starting. So there's a lot of logistics to it that we might not be privy to, that maybe if we just jump on what Desire Ellis said, we just might also be doing wrong.
Blindly and wrongly, yeah. Well, going by the reports, when the interview came out, before the debunking came out this morning, as of yesterday, I was going through the comments, and a lot of South Africans are very excited about the possibility of hosting the WAFCON because, they want the world to also come to their country and just experience it. But sadly for them, they might not get to win because the women, the girls, their mamas, or in the words of Joy Jabuli, their mama, their mothers will be coming to town. But I feel like I love the possibility of going to South Africa to cover the WAFCON.
Beg your people
it's going to be very, very
let
exciting.
them send us money. Let them subscribe.
For you guys that are currently watching this right now, I need you to fulfill that dream for me. So that's powder. Subscribe now if you have not done so. I collected that jazz. Don't disappoint me. That jazz, I collected it from a special baba inside the Ricks.
Now my channel, all this baba they work.
So guys, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to increase our subscribers so that we can bring you more content. You guys saw our AFCON coverage. I was going through the videos earlier this morning just to have a feel of some of the content, and guys, we really delivered at the AFCON tournament. We uploaded lots of videos that would live and stand the test of time, and that's the very good thing about channels like this. If you go to TV, right, TV broadcasts are just there in that period in time. You probably just watch them once and then you move on. But when you have a YouTube channel, your content stand the test of time. You can always go back to watch what Awaziem said, what Onuachu said, what Victor Osimhen said in the interviews, and these are some of the things that we bring to your doorstep at Elegbete TV. So we're always going to bring you the very best. We did that at the WAFCON with so many very nice stories. We did that at the AFCON, and what we are telling to you is to subscribe if you are here to do that, so that we can have the necessary numbers to attract brands and money to go to either Morocco again or South Africa for the Women's African Cup of Nations.